Do it? Ready. Excellent. Now we'll have men's division appointments by Jason Berg and Kristian Craige.
Good afternoon. So thank you so much. This is actually the 5th of 8 meetings in Texas-Oklahoma zone for the men and the young men that I've been able to attend. I'm so happy to be home in Dallas to finish all of these meetings. And truly it is also, while it's my adopted home, it is absolutely my home. So thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this meeting. Before I make this appointment, the first thing is we have a card for Jamie. So we want to give this card to Jamie. This is from a couple of us just to say thank you very much. And you know, for every single man in this room, whether you're a young men's division or men's division, I really want to ask that you pick somebody, you know, to help raise. One younger person, you know, and it doesn't necessarily, you know, have to be younger in age, especially you know, some of you that are very young, but you know, one person who you can help raise in faith, who you can, as a friend, you know, really connect to the hometown, really connect with Sensei, because it becomes your greatest treasure in your life. And so, of course, in our organization, our line leadership allows for this opportunity. And so, you know, one of the most important efforts that we're making right now is to really strengthen our ability to take care of members on the front lines. And this means that within each district, really developing wonderful groups and really developing wonderful units. You know, so each district has to have not just 1, 2 leaders, right? Because many districts have 40, 50, 60 members. You know, you have 2 leaders and 60 members, then each person is responsible for 30 people. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible to provide the kind of quality care necessary to help someone break through in faith. The other aspect of this is, unless you're doing something to help somebody else, you're not practicing Nichiren Daishonen's Buddhism. I'm sorry, you're not. Nichiren Daishonen said, exert yourself in the 2 ways of practice and study. Without practice and study, there can be no Buddhism. He said, you must not only exert yourself, you must also help others to the best of your ability, even if it's a single word or phrase, right? So if you're just chanting for your own problem, you're not practicing Nichiren Buddhism. Bottom line, you want to get the benefit that Nichiren Daishonen promises in his Gosho. You want to get the benefit that President Keita talks about being able to manifest in your life. You have to serve others in addition to chanting for yourself. And there's no better way than somehow taking responsibility, you know, in this organization. You know, helping out at the Kaikan, or definitely, maybe the most appropriate way is in the district. And so, actually, I'm not making this appointment, I'm just making this speech, because this district is a front lines appointment, and so and it's actually in Kristian Craige's district. So I'd like to invite Kristian Craige up from Turtle Creek District to make the initiative.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jason. And we're so glad that you're here. I mean, you can just feel Jason's vibe. You know, he's very serious about Kozarufu. Justin, I don't know how we got you from Chicago, but I'm glad you're here. And there's just a lot of heart in this room. Man, Casey, you know, just, you know, Bob, I mean, man, we got a great core of guys. Brian stepping up, we love you. You know, everybody here is instrumental. Danny, you know, I mean, Danny reminds me so much of myself coming up, you know, and to see Danny get on the correct orbit, you know, and really get it, you know, about his life and how to help people out. And I want to just introduce Peter Park, because he's our newest unit leader. Yeah. I want to bring Jose up too. He just became our group leader in Turtle Creek. And you know, I always want to, you know, get Jose to, you know, come up and talk and whatnot. He's like, well, you know, maybe not this time. But you know, that's okay. You know, Jose can get someone to talk for him. This guy does the work. You know, he picks people up, he checks on people. I mean, you need to move or something's going down. You just died. You know, Jose cleaned out apartment of one of our members in Total Creek where recently died with Rita. And it's just, I mean, it's just hands-on help. You know, being there as a friend. And like Jason said, take one person and take them under your wing. Hold on to them. You know, because we're all the same. We all have these demons. You know, I've been practicing 25 years. But there's some days I get up and I beat myself up. You know, and somehow, if I don't get back to the Gohanza and get back there quick, I can create a lot of destruction, you know, with my own mind. So sometimes I have to take off those fundamental darkness, those fundamental glasses, those darkness, whatever I'm seeing, take it off, you know? Take it off, because whatever it's showing, you know, and then I can see things for what they really are. Because if I look at it, I can think my kids don't love me. I can think this one's against me, that one's against me. And it's really stuff that I build up inside. So I just want to, you know, thank Jose, thank Peter, you know, for standing up and say, hey, you know, we're going to take care of someone. If it's just one or two people, just communicate. Call them. How you doing? You know, if you need to chat, because like Jason said, that is Buddhism. When we take on someone's problems as our own and really look to help bring someone up spiritually so that they become strong, and then when that person becomes strong, then they are helping everyone around them in their community. You ask, where can I start Buddhism? Look at the person right in front of you who's suffering.
That's right. That's right.
That's where it starts. And it's so important, and I'm so happy for this organization. So happy for President Decatur, every leader in this room. Sometimes it's like when I walk through the doors of the community center, I'm like, oh man, I made it. Because the world can sometimes, you know, really weigh down on you. And this is a fresh breath of air when we walk in, and it's what we make this community center.
Yes, sir.
All of us, it's what we make it. So my determination is to create a family, a brotherhood, you know, where we know that we have each other's back. We are our brother's keeper. But we don't let our attitudes and arrogance get in the way of helping each other. You know, because if anyone in this room is hurting, then we're all hurting. And if we take that attitude, then we're going to keep growing. And again, you know, my belief in my heart is that, you know, we don't have to wait thousands of years. Even though the Gosha predicts that it's going to take thousands of years for Kozen Rufu to happen in the world. And I don't believe it has to take that long in Dallas. We can do this now while Sensei is alive. I talked to Justin, who's an educator. I said, let's chance to get a soka school here. You know, there's things that we can do to really put Dallas together, and it can start here. It can start here today, and we can be an example for the rest of the country. So I really want us to really come together so that we can do that. And it starts with people like Peter and Jose, who are willing to stand up and just take care of one or two people to make sure that we're all spiritually strong. So thank you very much.
One advertisement to go with that. So, you know, Linda Johnson is coming next in 2 weeks, right? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'll use that one. Okay. So, one advertisement. You know, wouldn't it be great? You know, there's lots of district leaders in this room. Everyone belongs to a district. You know, if you're a chapter leader, area, whatever level leadership you are, you also are responsible as an assignment in a district. You know, when Linda comes, we have this opportunity to encourage many, many people, many men, to take group and unit leader responsibility. And young men, the entrance level leadership is district, right? So men's division entrance level. So that time we have this opportunity to appoint many, many men. Isn't it beautiful? Right. See Peter stand up, see, you know, these guys stand up. So, you know, I want to challenge you. What can you do towards that meeting in your district? How many men in your organization can you stand up? You know, can you have 5? Jamie, how many you bringing to San Antonio?
As many as will fit in my new Accord.
So honestly, Jamie's district that he's become a district men's leader in, there's no leaders. He's the only leader. So this is, you know, strategy in the next 2 weeks. How can he identify, you know, enough people to stand up who can help out? Because he can't do it by himself. So same way, whatever district you're in, whatever district you're assigned in, And I know, I'm looking at Terrence, because Terrence, we've had this conversation. Where's the infrastructure? Right? So anyways, I'm going to get out of the mic, but I just wanted, because we had this opportunity in this meeting particularly, which we haven't had in any other meeting, this unit level appointment, to really see that, you know, I wanted to really reiterate that point for all of you. Like, because if each man that came to this meeting leaves with that feeling, I'm going to find somebody, or if you don't have any responsibility, I want to be a unit leader, you know, or if you're not if they're in a district as a YMD, I want to be a YMD district leader, then it makes a tremendous impact. So I'm going to get out of the way because you don't need to hear from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason. You know what? I think we're running a bit late. Is it okay if we spend a couple more minutes?
Yeah. Right.
Basically, what we want to do is have a national YMD leader to come to the mic and answer. So it's going to be a question and answer session.
Oh, okay.
Welcome,